We'll let that run for a little bit. Let's see. I'll wait for people to come back in just to see what I can do. Let's see, anybody in yet? Just so I can get a gauge of sound and stuff. I just wanted to test this out. So as soon as that will start coming back in. Man, that light's bright as fuck. Yeah, I will give it a minute. Can I steal this fan? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I'm hearing clicks. So let me see. No. Let's see, is it working? I'll let people try to come back in. So, put my little apron thingy going. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Shit, what's up? Okay, I'll do some. Let me get a knife. What's a box cutter should do? Take that. That should do. Might be too big. I hope there's sound this time, because that would be really frustrating for me. At least I got battery. So, and then let's test this puppy out. Hey guys, so hope everybody's well. So, this is me. Welcoming myself back to Chicago. I had my little trip. There won't be a YouTube video out for quite some time, but that was a low-flying plane, so don't mind that. So there will be a YouTube video out for that one when I get kind of everything settled, more or less. I did have a great time, beautiful weather, beautiful place I ended up going. For those who saw the last stream, or even the stream before, because I think I did one at the airport, one at one of the places. I wasn't able to do more streams of the places, but it was mostly because of connections out there. But the one that we did do, that I know Alpa joined in on, that was a gorgeous place. So I can't wait to show videos on that one. Looking forward to it for sure. So here, let me turn on the lights over here. Give me a second, because we have a certain setup since I'm lonely. There we go. So, it's been a minute. I hope everybody's been well out there. I see one viewer in the chat for sure. Hopefully it was either Amy, Lazy, or Bones, so they can tell me if my sound is working. I was trying to use Streamlabs Mobile, and it's weird. I used it twice before. I guess it doesn't like the Type-C USB connection, so that's sucky. It is what it is. So hopefully you guys can, whoever watches this either live or on the VOD, can hear, because this would then totally suck if that's the case. So I had a plan. Oh, and if you're curious why this thing is moving so much, I have one of those what do you call it, turntable, like camera mounts, so it's following me wherever I go. Gotta say, from looking at it, because it's the first time of me using it, I'm actually really liking it. So that's pretty fun. I hope it's not too big, because I gotta be a little close. No need to clock in. You're not being paid for the job. Come on, Tiny. Hopefully you're doing well today. What is it? Thursday or Friday over there? Might be coming. It will be Friday eventually, I think, right? So, so where were we? Where were we to talk about all this? Because I'll go into more chatter mode later. Oh, you don't get paid. Let's become like a pro streamer or something, which that'll be a long ways. On the bright side, I'm now at the 50 follower mark. So as long as I'm starting, so I think the only other goals I would have to start becoming affiliate or partner. I would just need to do more streams consistently for about 3 hours, for like a span of 3 hour averages, as well as have enough consistent viewers. So I'm getting there. So the last person who joined was Cake is Good, in terms of follows, as well as Alexis John, if I remember last time. So thank you for the follows on that. What we are going to do today is here. So let me bring these over. We are going to be working on this puppy. Something I've been looking forward to doing for quite some time. Because since COVID, I have been... Luna's in the cave. Don't mind her. But, yeah. So, since COVID, before COVID, I should say, I've actually been doing projects on blacksmithing where I was doing metalwork and whatnot, on this table here. So, well, not on this table. This is actually a later table that I ended up buying, and we have the foundation for a forge, because I was working on a more mobile platform. I you know where your ball is? Oh, there you go. I'll give you your ball. Yeah. So I have the dogs with me. We're going to be building the forge as much as possible today. I think I have enough time to actually get everything set in stone. We got the foundation that's going to be nice and insulated down here below. Wonder if I have to put the camera a little more, but we'll see. It's going to be wide enough to put a lot of things in there. I got the fire bricks there, the motor. So it'll be one of my little chill streams. I don't have any. Actually, I would have music, so I could add some music in between here. But basically, the idea is to get something with about a good width from where these two doors stick out with some height, so I could put a lot of big items in there. Like for instance, when this is built, I can start working on projects like this axe that I found not at a thrift, at a more of a warehouse, and I wanted to redo the axe, head it, so get it resharpened, clean it up from the tar that's on it, and then we'll give it a proper heat treat to make it brand new. So it would go into the forge heat treating, and it'll be a brand new axe. And I have new handles and everything to get it shaped up, and that'll be a new process I'll be learning along the way. So we'll work on that. Oh, and then I also have, let me show you the fittings that will be part of this. So these are the actual new fittings. So I got 2 burners that I'll be installing on this one. And thank you, Tiny, for the alert. I didn't see that message until now, so I apologize. But yeah, whoa, take it easy, camera. Take it easy, cameraman. Jesus Christ. So we got this burner. This will go into the forge with the gas valve here going into a regulator that I have set up, or will set up, I should say, to this propane tank right here. This is currently empty, but when it comes time, this will have a good output of heat and whatnot. So first steps we're going to work on today, because all this is the insulated mid to low grade fire brick, which is good for insulation and keeping heat away from the actual metal frame of this cart. So that'll be part 1. So we'll lay out, I would say about 4, maybe 4.5 bricks or so, just to line the sides as well. And then we'll start building the walls, the top, and we'll go from there. So I'm actually going to shut off the turning camera thing just so it's a little more focused. That was actually going pretty good, I ain't gonna lie, but I do want to have it focus more on the project itself. And then we'll try to pivot. Would it be better if I did, can I do? Hold on, let me see something. Oh, I can. Hold on, shaking here. If it cooperates. Cooperate, damn it. I don't know if I could flip this. Let's see. Oh, I like that better, actually. I like that a lot better. So, you get a full frame. It might look a little bit weird from your perspective. So, I think we'll put some motor coat on the bottom. So this is Dry Mix 211 Factory. That's good for 2,500 plus degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Sorry, Tiny. I'm not going into your country's language of measurements. But I'll put a little bit of coat in there on the bottom, so it makes a nice little layer to protect from heat. And then we'll stack the bricks on. So let me get a spatula real quick. I got the spatulas. I could use this proper spatula, but nah. show you one of my first projects I did back when I first started this. Do I not have any spatulas, bro? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I'll show you this though. Da, 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 da. Oh, here we go. Here's a spatula. We'll use this spatula. So here's actually, so we'll use this spatula. Here's one of the projects I worked back when I first started my forging days, and I actually got to repair it because there's a bent curve that shouldn't be there. That's from certain people, not naming names, throwing it around. But basically, this was the pear knife I used to cut my pear tree down from. So this will need a new heat treat, clearly. But that's the blade, sharp, like cutting it down angled. This is like the custom wood grip I made for it. Very comfortable in the hand. So those are the kind of projects I want to get back to doing. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. What did I put? Oh. Actually, one more thing. I should be wearing proper. I should wear gloves for this too, because it's not that direct. Refractory, depending, could be bad for you health wise for skin contact. Not all of them are like that, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I had some gloves. There were some latex gloves here. I'm wondering where the fuck I put them. Oh, hold on, I know where they are. Yeah, so we'll wear some of these, some cheap ones. Have the apron because it'll keep shit off your shirt. But yeah, feel free to, if you join in, feel free to lurk or whatever. I don't mind. Besides, I'll be more focused on this to make sure I do everything right. So, but there we go. Actually, I'll open up these bricks so you can kind of see what I'm working with here. So these are the bricks right here in this container. I could just pull this little flip out. Alright, there's one fire brick. These are actually better grade. These are the higher quality grade bricks that you want to put on your forge. These bricks, they actually come apart pretty easy, but when you heat them, they have good insulation. So the idea is this will fit 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually seeing I'm gonna have to definitely put you back a little bit more. So about there, I think. Yeah, a lot better. So we'll take these bricks, we'll stack 1, 2, 3, 4 along here, maybe do 2 on the sides. I'll leave the front and the front entrance and the back entrance open, and then we'll stack 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even more in between. So actually, we'll do this. We can actually start bricklaying, and I can work with what I gotta do there. I barely put these gloves on and they're already ripping. Crazy. okay, Luna. 2. I think we could fit a good 4 in there. I got a lot of brakes, honestly, so I should be okay with the whole construction. Overall, once we put to have everything set, though, we're gonna need to wait at least maybe a day or 2, just for the motor to be active and cure. But when it's done, then we can start working on these projects. Okay, so I would actually do 3.5, I would say, in terms of cut. So I'll keep that in mind. Luna's having a hell of a time over there. What you doing, Luna? What you doing? Being a good girl? This is how the motor actually looks in its regular state. It's actually more like sand, if anything. So you grab it, but you gotta mix it up like the cement. So that'll be the next thing we do once I figure out how many of these we gotta cut. Because I have that stack of 4. I got 3 sets of 4, so I have 12 bricks to work with. If I need to get more, I'll get more. But at least for the core of the forge, I should be good. So come on, you. Now I could put it on the side, but that won't even fit the hole perfect either. Whew, excuse me. Okay, not even a half. It'll be a partial cut. So let me get a little marker, sheet marker. Will this work? So gonna want to cut about this much here, I would say, and then we can use the rest to fill that front end. Because the recesses on the side, I'm not too worried about. I can just fill that up with motor, just to have it stack up. So we'll cut the brick right along here. If you see that line, but to do that, I need hacksaw. One of these. Again, this will cut easy. So this line's just to score it. Score it a little more. Just take your time with it. full cut in. If I had a wire cut, this would be a lot more easier too. But I'll use this piece to put in the front, and that'll be a nice full layer of insulation that we can use. It's kind of curving out. There's another thing I just realized. I still won't be able to fit it. So I would need to cut a corner here, I think. Let's see. Let's say about right there. Just to utilize for that. And then we could use that other piece for whatever. So we'll do that real quick, because that'll come off easy. That's that bit cut. So that should fit. When we cut it fully, it'll fit in there for sure. So that's great. These bricks, I forgot to mention, they actually don't even weigh a thing. Like maybe all together it was like 20, 30 pounds altogether. So you're just adding 30 pounds of brick into this. The cart weighs about 500 pounds load-wise. And I did some adjustments already. Like the paint that you see, the black, that's actually heat-resistant paint. So when I do start forging and the flame starts kissing, it should be okay. So from the cut, we have a little bit more to go, but from the cut we have this much to go. So we're almost there. It's not a good, perfect cut because, you know, it's a hacksaw where the blade on it's kind of warped, but at least with this extra space, I can cut into it a little bit more. You can actually use like a spoon to even scrape off and shape the brick how you want it. That's another cool thing. Alright. Do I have one of my chisels? Because I think if I grab a chisel, it'll cut through. here. It'll kind of fit. I gotta shave a little bit more off this brick, but the important one fits right there. So what we'll do now is set the paste. Actually, I'm gonna take some. So what I'll grab, because I don't want to use the whole thing off the bat. So we'll take some in this cup. I'll throw some of the shavings of the fire brick in there. Mix it in for insulation purposes. Use a little cup of magic juice. I'll use one of these metal rods to stir. And then it'll work with me a little bit more. Yep, yeah, more water. I'm also trying to get a lot of this done before the storm that comes in, because I know it'll be harder to do this tomorrow. There we go. That's the consistency we're looking for. Where's that button on this side? Won't really show too much, but because mind you, this is like a cement. I think I need a little bit more water. Not too runny, but I mean, if it gets too runny, then all I gotta do is just add more refractory. So do that. To somewhat stick. There we go. I think we got the right consistency on this one. So I'm just lowering the light focus there. Okie doke. So just treating this like a glue between the bricks. I mean, leave it enough to be generous, right? So that's one. There we go. So I start feeling a little thick. Take this brick. I feel like a mason, Freemason and shit. Building houses. There we go. There we go. So we just gotta shave this one down a bit. Use cheap file. In a way, this also kind of smooths out the stone, so it's less porous. It doesn't actually, the science doesn't work that way, but I'm gonna need to cut a lot more actually. So maybe, ooh. Cut from here. Probably be a lot better. And then any excess I'll just use to fill the gaps on the side, perhaps. because we got a lot of gap on this side for sure. Even when I start putting the other brick in, because I want where all these angle irons to be open, or yeah, open in the inside. So the insulation will be surfacing more or less on the outside. Let's see. Not even halfway. Are you being lazy over there? Okay, that's one. I'll still need to sand more, clearly. So. Come on, you. Cold air is coming in from outside, so I'm appreciating that. Let's see, will that do the job? No, actually. Wow. This piece is still too big for it to actually fit in that little slot that I want it to be. So, got a little more cutting to do. Sorry, just looking at messages. So, gotta shave off a little bit more than. Yeah. Because I don't have anything that's going to fit in the gap if that doesn't go. So. Oh, you know what? For safety's sake. Because I don't want to fuck up anything on the table. On the forge. Start this back up. There we go. These in there. nice and settled. A little bit. Nice. Test the fit. Just gonna take a couple good cuts more. Let's do a score mark here. Almost there. There we go. Yes. I gotta say, the recent trip kind of got me to be inspired to do this sort of work again. Even though I still got some models to still build and finish up. Fun fact: if you were on one of those streams, the arms on the Destiny Gundam, the hinge is cracked, and I'm having to get those parts replaced. The body parts still work, are still good, but I gotta get those replaced and redone before I continue. Otherwise, it was pretty much just sticker work and paint work. Here I gotta be careful. mess up my. It's about there. It's about there, and I can actually cheat. So, here, what we'll do. I'll face the imperfect side towards the outside of the forge. So the imperfect side will lock in place, make it nice and grippy, but I'll still put the factory cement in, but it's out the way. Otherwise, I hope everybody's doing good. Just to check in. Let's see how that fits. Almost there. Almost there. Actually. Yeah, almost there. Shape more on this side. Here. And that should do it. Whoop. Ooh. There we go. Let's see if that's enough. Not quite. Still got a ways to go. Ooh. Oh, before I forget, Ved Jr. is one of my followers, and that's Bones and Ved's kid. So happy birthday to him, because it's his birthday. He's also a streamer. I would do shout outs, but this format doesn't let me. This current setup doesn't let me do that properly. So, but shout out to him and have a happy birthday. I know it's Thursday, so he might be doing his own thing. Yeah, let's break down with this one there. Yeah. Nah, I'll be fine. Take care. Oh, all right. Hold on. I heard it's gonna rain, so I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
Take care.
That's wedding.
Yeah, I'm getting my workout in.
Okay, see you.
Take care.
Take care.
All right. I feel like that amount of shaving down will work. It's about there. So this side is ready to go in. This side needs more shaving. What are you doing, Luna? It's not like metal or wood where it takes like a while. I wonder if I flip it, will that make a difference? No, it actually makes it worse. So going down this course will make sense. Yeah. This almost looks like making a cake with all this powder. Almost there. Almost there. It wants to go in. It wants to go in. Thankfully, this should be the only finite kind of finishing I'm doing on the actual bricks, apart from drilling the holes for the torch ports, burner ports, and stuff. Hi, beast. There we go. It wants to go in. Actually, yeah, it would from that point. So if I cut this down here, just the shaving of this, because now the unshaven end wants to. Do. Yeah. Almost there. now the fat side. The other side is just sticking out too much. Not a perfect science. We'll say that. Bless you. You okay, Beast? Good boy. He's shaking his tail over there. That's gonna do it. I'll just hammer it in. But here, let's get pasty going. Ugh. This one's going to get both sides because it's going to seal the front and the back. Was it? Down. There we go. Your technique here. Using wood like this helps not make any unnecessary damage on any of the pieces. So, cool. So what we'll do with the rest, that little corner that's not covered, we'll seal it with all those loose extremities. these little bits. That one can go in there. That one can go in there. First set of bricks. Whew. So then the walls would have to be built. So let me kind of take a look around for you. The idea for these go right here. So one would be on that side. Yeah. And I might cut, actually no, I might not cut anything at all. Because, yeah, I really don't have to cut anything because the width is actually going to be a good size. There'll be a lot of gap, which I can fill with the refract. Not really much. And I don't even need to reach the tops of these, I feel. But then again, because the way it's going to go like these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just need the reinforcement side. Yeah. I mean, actually thinking about it, I might need more brick back there, so I might need to order some more, but otherwise we're on the right track. Yeah, otherwise we're on the right track. So, here's what I'll do then. I think it's time to fill those gaps. So. I think I need more water, honestly. Let's get you out of there for now. Look at the shines. Actually, I kind of want to show you that. Look. I was bumbling in there. Look at the bubbles. So we just gotta give it a good stir. Take it easy over there, little machine. water settle for the stir. I know what happened. Put hot water before. First like this. What's up with you, Beast? So that's that one. I know we had it before. What the fuck? Did you get rid of it? Let me slip around real quick. Sorry. I don't see it. I'll use an impromptu tool for that then. That I got plenty of. Come on, almost there. Don't mind me, I'm just doing my thing here. All right. So right, we got the whole thing vetted. Fantastic. We still got some gaps on that. nice and fluffy refract concrete butter. Here. Alright, we got a wall. Let me do this real quick. No, we'll do that from the front. Yeah, we'll do that from the front. Oh, man. I said I was going to take a break, right? So let me put these in. I hope the stream's going good in terms of connectivity. I know it's not the most enticing thing, but you know, if you want music though, feel free to just say it and I'll go ahead and put the radio on. There we go for that. Later. Let's make it a little more thicker on this end. There we go. Now, we can take a little break. That's all I go. Because again, this is not going to set off the bat. So just kind of clean up the inside here. We want to keep a seal around the metal bit. More from this side. Close the lid up for now, just so I can rest for the moment. Band that by. No. Really? That's not gonna fit. Son of a bitch. No, never mind. It'll settle a little bit. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Okay. So. Really? You won't let me control the stream from here? Sorry. Let me just look at my messages. Sorry. Give me a second here.